Hey up babes, and welcome to You Do You with Jessi Retro. This is my latest project. So what it is I'm going to make like a network for people to talk about fashion and well-being, because two things that I've had massive like impacts in my life are what I've been wearing and how I've been feeling. Now I struggle with many traits of somebody with ADHD. Doctors never told me I had ADHD, but I don't think it takes a scientist to work that out. Anyway, so when I was growing up, people would say things like, "1 minute you're this, next minute you're this, next minute you're that." You know what I mean? So like it was quite hurtful. But what I did is I was always experimenting with clothing, and I used to wear this and that and other. And I've got a set of photographs that I've put on the end of the video to show you exactly what I mean. I go from one extreme to another. And I thought to myself, I don't want these photos to die in the realm of Facebook. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to bring them back to life. I'm going to bring this forward. And it's a place for people to express themselves without any judgment, without any negativity. Do you know what I mean? I just want the place to be really positive. People bigging each other up. People putting a smile on each other's face. At the same time, I get to style retro clothing. It's something that I'm really passionate about and something that I absolutely love. And maybe influence people to go out and dress how they want to dress without holding themselves back as well. Do you know what I mean? Because you can be your own worst enemy. So yeah, that's just a brief sort of message about it really. I'd like to say thank you so much for all the support I've already received. Alex and the kids, that's my lovely partner, and my 2 children have just been amazing, and my good friend Dave Ripley, who has just egged me on throughout this whole project. So yeah, thank you for coming and listening. I just hope to God that it all works out, and I guess you'll be thinking, why are you just wearing a black top? It's not exactly dressed up, is it? Well, the reason for that is because I don't want to give too much away. So I'll see you next time, guys. And if you want to know why it is that I'm wearing a 1960s one piece made from nylon, you'll have to tune in, won't you, and find out. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll catch you sometime in March. The date's not confirmed yet, but I'll let you know. Thank you, lots of love. Coming up are some photographs of me experimenting with fashion. So yeah, this is kind of 1940s style. We do an awful lot with the 1940s weekends, and we often get into character. Olive absolutely adores it. She always really does look so good. So coming into my 1950s style, and then into like more motherhood 1950s, because at this point obviously I've become a mother. There's Olive again. Taken by Craig Sugden. He's a great photographer. So this is me in the 1960s. Actually, no, it's me in 2010. But yeah, I incorporate mod style a lot into my looks, and you'll be seeing quite a lot of that. Yeah, I adore it. Amazing style. So yeah, it is more just vintage looks, just putting old clothes with new clothes and wearing it. This is the punky stuff I do. I really love punk. That's my friend's band Buff. So yeah, I were a big raver. I come from a raving family, so this is a more 90s look. I'm going in chronological order here. So yeah, and then there's a Bjorky kind of look. Bjork's a really big influence of mine, and I think it's because I look a bit like her. I was obsessed with Japan, so I was a Japanese schoolgirl. And then there's me doing chavvy. Because you see, I grew up in the early 2000s where Burberry was massive, Rockports were massive, Peter Storm coats and Berghaus coats. So I got older, and when I had my own money, I went and bought it all. I've got it all here. I look very emo there, but I had loads of wool in my hair. These photographs are taken by a friend of mine called Kate Love, and she is an amazing photographer. She does a lot of high fashion photography, and we were just playing around with different looks. My friend Michelle took this. And then yeah, some selfies, and this is the whole thing really. I want to see your selfies. Everybody needs to glow up, and everybody needs to be happy. So I'm having a place with no negativity. We are there to make each other happy. And this hat a friend of mine made by hand. Right, coming up some pictures of my family. This is my big sister and biggest influence. She taught us so much about life and taught us so much about the LGBT side of life. This is my beautiful partner Alex and our daughter Safia. That's us. That's Safia now. And this is little Olive, who's now 6. She's absolutely obsessed with Janis Joplin. That's my best friend Josh. She's been there through thick and thin. My dad and my second mum. And this is my birth mum and my queen. Thank you so much.